I've often said, Mr. President, if there were not an Israel, we'd have to invent one.
It is the best $3 billion investment we make. Were there not an Israel, the United States of America would have to invent an Israel to protect her interest.
Thank you, Biden, for your honesty. What you have just witnessed there is a summary of American imperialism, the bastard child of British imperialism. You see, the Western world's legacy is blood and conquest and slavery and extermination of people. So of course they're going to subscribe to the idea of an Israeli state, not because of the propaganda narrative that it is a democratic nation victim of the oppressor, that is Palestine and the rest of the Arab world, but because of the flat-out fact that it is an investment. Those billions of American tax dollars are going to fund an investment designed to protect U.S. interests. What kind of interests? What kind of interests does an empire have?
Israel is the single greatest strength America has in the Middle East. I always say to my friends when they say those things to you, I say, imagine our circumstance in the world were there no Israel. How many battleships would there be? How many troops would be stationed?
Expansion and control. An empire's biggest fear is collapse. It is hungry for constant expansion. The economic version of this is late-stage capitalism, the ideology of ceaseless capital gain and economic expansion regardless of human rights and environmental consequences. The US needs control of the Middle East and even profits from conflict in the region because it reinforces the narrative that it needs to become the savior of this region from terrorists and oppressors and tyrannical governments, like it supposedly saved Iraq, right? If you are in the West, and especially in America, I need you to understand that your government is lying to you. It doesn't care about democracy. It doesn't care about human rights. It doesn't care about you as a citizen. You are nothing but a funding source for its bloodthirsty investment. And for its thirst for expansion, it only cares about control. Controlling you and everything its claws can reach. The suffering of Palestinians, the war crimes of Israel, the conflicts in the Middle East will only end when the US changes its policy radically from imperialism to humanitarianism. But that will never happen. The empire is out of control as it is lost in its own obsession with control. Funny irony, isn't it? Only when you, the people, realize that your money doesn't belong in blood investments will you stand up and stop your governments. Because their interest is in peace. Their interest is control. And you have to ask yourself, do I accept that?